congratulations, you are accepted into the Master Program of Ophthalmology. What to expect? So hi, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't watched my first video of this series, you should really go watch it first, because in that video I share about things that you should know before you join the Master Program. You should really go and watch it first before you continue this video. So stick around till the end to find out what my father's advice to me was on joining this Master Program. You'll be interested to know. Like if you find this video helpful, share it with the junior doctors who are interested to be an ophthalmologist in Malaysia, and subscribe if you don't want to miss out any of these Master Series episodes. And let's get back to the video. Go ahead and sign. You are expected to complete this Master Program within 4 years minimum, with a maximum of 7 years. Go ahead and sign. Once you fail one attempt, you will be extended for 6 months. Within 4 years, that is a minimum if you are able to pass all exams in one try. If you are unable to pass all exams in one try, you are allowed up to 3 attempts per exam, up to a 7 years total of the Master Program. Go ahead and sign. Let's say your part 1 you cannot pass, you can only pass on the 3rd attempt, so 1 year. And the part 2 you can only pass at the 3rd attempt, that is like 6 years. And if the thesis also you cannot pass on the 1st attempt, so that is like maximum 7 years. At any part of the exam, you are only allocated 3 attempts only. So if part 1 you can't pass at the 3rd attempt even, you need a 4th attempt, you are automatically kicked out of the Master Program. Can't be allowed to pass, and this is how they filtered out rotten eggs, I would say. Go ahead and sign. And let me tell you, you may be shocked, but there are people who can't finish a Master Program within these 7 allocated years. So if you can't finish your Master Program within these 7 allocated years, you are automatically and immediately kicked out from the Master Program, and you will be blacklisted. Blacklisted. Go ahead and sign. And once you're kicked out from any Master Program, you will be blacklisted from joining any Master Program in any specialty for 10 years. 10 years. That's what I heard. Go ahead and sign. Yes, which means that is the end of your specialization. So, try not to fail your exam. Try to pass it, even not at the 1st attempt, pass it at the 2nd attempt, because that is a very stressful thing to have to go through. Try to overcome that and pray, do your best, and have to pass the exam. And once you join it, die also must pass. Die also must pass. Go ahead and sign. In Master of Ophthalmology, there are 3 universities in Malaysia that you can choose to be your alma mater. Alma mater in Latin essentially means nourishing mother. You will be attached to this university and you graduate from this university, and you kind of carry their name and you eventually become their alumni. So there are 3. Number 1 is University Malaya. Now I feel so much more comfortable. So there are University Malaya, there are University Kebangsaan Malaysia, as well as University Science Malaysia in Kelantan. Go ahead and sign. So these 3 universities, they conjointly join together and they take turns to host the examination. All of these lecturers and professors, they will meet together a few months, I don't know, I'm not too sure, before the exam. What I know is that they will meet and they will vote. What was the term? Veto? Vote lah. Nope. They will vet for it. Vet. V-E-T. Vet. Yep. Final examination vetting forms. All 3, they will send their representative, their wakil, their lecturer, their professors, and then they will vet. And the examination papers and the questions that you get during examination is a fair contribution from all three universities. And for the next video, I'll be sharing what are the exams in the master that you have to take and what are the scope for the examination. So stay tuned and get excited for that video, and let's get back to the video. Go ahead and shine. What do you mean by in-campus and out-campus? So when you join any university also, you can choose whether you want to be an in-campus student or out-campus student. In-campus student essentially means that all 4 years of your master program years, you will be in campus, which is in the university hospital. If let's say you choose University Malaya, you will be with University Malaya for all 4 years of your program. And if you choose out campus like me, 2 years out campus and 2 years in campus, which means my 2 years out campus, I get to choose which government hospital, which is under Ministry of Health, I would like to be attached with. Go ahead and shine. University Malaya 2+2. USM is also 2 years plus 2 years. The difference is in UKM, which they provide 3.5 years out campus and only 0.5 years in campus in University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Go ahead and shine. You can choose to join any one of these 3 universities. So these are the choices that you have. And another important thing to note or to consider is the years of bondage, years of bond after your master program. For in-campus, you are bonded for 7 years after your master program. And for out-campus, you are bonded only for 5 years or equivalent to 160,000 ringgit. For in-campus, to break the 7 bonds, I'm not too sure how much you need to pay because I did not sign that agreement, but I signed this agreement. So this agreement states that if I want to leave the government before my 5 years of working bond with them, I have to pay 160,000 ringgit before I can leave MOH. 160,000 ringgit before which I don't think it is wise to break your master bond prematurely, because your aim and your destination in this career of yours, this ophthalmologist, is to be an NSL certified specialist, which I have spoken in depth and about my own personal journey in my first video. If you haven't watched it already, I will link it in the box below and up in the cards here. So do watch that first part of this video first so that you can understand more about this whole journey on how to be an ophthalmologist in Malaysia. Go ahead and shine. So for me, my reason was, since I am a JPA scholar, of course a straight A student, my bond with JPA is 10 years. So after finishing 5 years and maybe a few years of the out-campus, I still have many years to go. So it is an obvious choice for me to choose out-campus because of the less bond that I will have. I will have served about 5 to 6 years each at the end of my master program. So I have left with a little bit. It's ongoing lah. This kind of mathematics you need to do for yourself lah. And for me as well, I have families in Kuching and I want to stay in Kuching a little bit longer instead of moving all 4 years in KL. 2014 to 2016, I was in Kuching still with my family. And 2016 to 2018, I have to pack all my bag and my kids back to Semenanjung because I have to serve my 2 years in campus posting in University Malaya. So I think for me, that is an obvious choice for me. Again, like I said, if you did not apply for HLP, which is essentially the sponsorship, essentially your salary, the university hospitals, they are under Ministry of Education. You are not a staff or a worker of MOE. So who is going to give you a salary? So takkan for 4 years in campus and 2 years in out campus, you don't have salary at all, unless you have very, very rich parents who are going to sponsor you again. Takkan you want to ask them of that because those are their retirement fund already. So I think it's best that you're adult, I'm adult. If you want to go for master program, you settle yourself, get this sponsorship, be bonded. Oh, there are actually a lot other pros and cons with in-campus as well as out-campus. Again, this video, too big of a scope, so much to talk about. If you want to know, so if you are still a junior doctor and really want to know, and you can always leave them in the comments down below which area or which part that you want me to talk about in detail. I will consider doing that video. If you want to subspecialize and be a consultant, you have to add another 3 years on top of your master 4 years. So yes, that will be 15 years before you can be a consultant from the day you graduated. In MRCP, there is a website by this consultant. I can't remember the name of the website. I'm going to find it and link it here. You want to look into MRCP or be a physician. He talks a lot about MRCP and the pathway and how to go become a specialist, a physician, and to sub and to be a fellow. But I realized in ophthalmology there aren't many. So, which is why I'm doing it one now lah. So, like I said, I did the master way, and this is roughly how the program is like, the structure is like. Go ahead and shine. 12 years. Retrospectively, it didn't feel that long for me. In a way, I feel that these 12 years, I have improved much in my clinical knowledge, my clinical application of my surgical skills for sure. And I think that each mistake that I make along the way and each patient that I've seen along the way, each book, each notes, each everything throughout these 12 years are very much necessary for me to reach up to this stage, to be as confident as I am in my clinical judgment. On top of that, I have 3 kids with me, and I do not regret any parts of these 12 years of my life. These sacrifices are worth it. These sacrifices are good kind of sacrifices. These memories are the good ones. So I really encourage you to join master, to be a specialist. If you are a junior doctor, if you are a medical officer, be a specialist. Join any specialization, join any master. And if you like eye and ophthalmology, welcome, join Master of Ophthalmology. We will wait and welcome you into our fraternity. And because of that, I feel that today I can reap what I sow, because it's not easy being just a doctor. Even just being a doctor is not easy. Or if just being a mother is definitely not easy also. Just being a mother, and you want to be a doctor and a mother, and you want to be a master student, and it's not undergraduate student, no, you are a postgraduate master student, and to add that to the equation, it is really difficult, it's really challenging. But if you're able to come to the other side of this, I can tell you for sure that it is worth it. It is worth every tears, it is worth every hardship, it is worth every midnight oil that you burned. Because my father told me, he said, one day you leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me, so live a life you will father remember. Told me, Hi. Cannot finish this video. Mother duty calls.